We are halfway through May at this point in time. I gotta talk about the shifts in the metagame, things that we can look forward to, and all that good, fun, fancy stuff for Yu-Gi-Oh! Smash your crab out, subscribe buttons so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So, shifts in today's metagame. Alright, so earlier in the month, I talked about Odogonic or Odogonic. People, I've heard all kinds of fun pronunciations for this term, but the little snake archetype here. So, where you can normal summon Alistair, produce a Macabre, you activate Snake's Rain, discard a card from your hand, make a full combo. Alright? Isn't that awesome? The fact that you can snap your fingers and you've produced a board out of nowhere, it's great, actually. Problem is every competitive event so far that I've seen, there's been no Snaky Boys. None. Nowhere. I don't know what I keep missing, but it's just not there. But I have seen countless versions of this deck topping locals after locals after locals. I've seen the FTK, I've seen Alistair, and I've seen builds without Alistair. So you have 3 versions of snakes that are making waves in the metagame. And you're like, well, why aren't they topping? I don't actually have the answer for that. I believe it's probably going to be a consistency factor there. These decks having to grind through multiple rounds might not be the most consistent thing, but for a 3 to 4 round local, this deck looks like it is optimum territory for that. So, Snaky Boys out of everything in Ancient Guardians looks like it was the biggest hit in terms of shifting today's metagame. So, if you want a fun deck to kind of mess around with and have a good time with, I still think that the Snaky Boys and, well, friends, is not a bad choice, alright? They definitely have made players have to reconsider, and they did shift the metagame, at least in that regard, which is really nice. Alright, number 2 on our list here is actually Salamandra. Now, the only reason I'm putting Salad as a shift here is after the last PPG, we saw 2 Salad lists, 1st and 8th place actually, in that event. One was playing Prohibit Snake, one wasn't playing Prohibit Snake, but the main reason for this is that kind of indicates to me that players aren't really as prepared. I have to use air quotes here for prepared, because Salad having taken that back seat in the metagame kind of proved that, much like True Draco did for the one event, that once players kind of stop siding for things, stop kind of playing around certain things, when this deck actually does show back up into the metagame, it can be an issue, especially if you're not prepared with it. So whether or not these 2 decks had a good chance, just straight cruising through the metagame or whatnot, I do think it is very important to note that Salad is lurking around in that lower tier category as something that you need to pay attention to, because if you, once again, if you're caught with your pants down and a situation arises, you're playing against Salad and you're like, oh, I forgot how to play against this. It's like a bike with training wheels. You probably take off the training wheels, you should be fine, but sometimes people forget. There was another Salad deck. I think it was actually another PPG. There's a lot of PPGs here with Salad, actually. So I keep hearing people like, well, we don't count PPGs. They still get like 80, 90 people for some of these online regionals, man. Like, it doesn't matter if you want to count them or not. There's still a large gathering of players. So we're talking about. Alright, so yeah. Salad has made little shifts in the metagame, at least in my eyes. Alright, it's not great in like the tier 1 category, but when you start stirring around the tier 2 category here, you can kind of start doing things. Alright, now, other shifts that we have coming here. So we have Lightning Oberdrive coming here very, very soon. Alright, the end of the month actually. So 3 weeks away, so some prep time and expectations that we're expecting Lightning Overdrive to impact. I'll probably go more in depth with these later, but these are some early thoughts here and things that you can pick up, at least in terms of the shift of the metagame, what strategies I think will be good. So number 1 on this list here is going to be Trap Tricks and Amazement. Now, amazing, right? Oh boy. So, amazing, the attractions. So attractions have a Book of Moon monster, or a Book of Moon That's a trap card. Okay. They have a big monster that says when a trap card is activated, special summon it from the hand. Alright. That's pretty good, right? No qualms there. Okay, well, what happens when we put trap tricks in the deck? Oh wait, what happens when trap tricks get new support? Alright, they get Grazelia. I think it's Grazelia is her name. They get a link to, which is really good. But the importantness here is synergy. You have a trap card that's a Book of Moon that can be summoned off of the big guy when, you know, a trap is activated or a monster. It's something like that. So you can equip Book of Moons, and you can get interactions with your trap cards, and then your trap tricks engine basically just generates more traps. Huh. Well, shucky me darn. Well, that sounds... what's our favorite word for that? Free real estate, ladies and gentlemen. I'm actually super excited to say that once we get amazing trap tricks as a viable deck, you can definitely expect some very interesting, crazy plays and shenanigans out of it. It's probably one of the things I'm most looking forward to out of the next set, is just that level of synergy that is going to be between Amazement and Trap Tricks. So, I want to get ahead of the grind here. Trap Tricks Sarah's something that you're going to need for the strategy, alright? It's not an amazingly cheap pickup, but if it's something that you want to have some fun with in the Trap Tricks department, it is definitely a lot of fun, alright? Now, next up here is adding Nister. So you guys I've been on a massive kick talking about adding Nister for so long, and this deck will be, I think we're getting reprints on the base level stuff in the Megatins in September, I think. If everything goes well, they should be in there. But adding Nister Island, or the Ignister Field spell, secret rare, and then Fire and Light are pretty much pieces that you're going to need for this. Now, interesting to note is we are still getting more and more adding Nister support as time is going on. We just, a day ago, we got another Monster Reborn. 2 days ago at this point, just got announced for the deck. So they basically produce this big Link 6 monster, and then your opponent kind of has to find a way to out it. Alright, if they can't find the way to out it, you pretty much got a free win. Now, I say that this deck will probably be in the 2.5 category. We still do not have Kotok or Heatzel. I don't know what's going on with that. For whatever reason, Konami just is like, you Kotokers need this card. It says draw cards. Nah, you guys aren't getting it at this point in time. So, without Heatzel, they're probably going to have to adapt in the TCG to some method of insanity. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. I'm not really too sure on that myself. But I think it is still very safe to say, hey, if you want to play adding Nisters, pick up the new stuff, have it on standby, and be ready to go with the new stuff. Alright, it's not particularly crazy expensive, but I picked it up all when the first wave was announced because I was like, ooh, adding Nisters? Ooh, one card engines? If anything happens to your normal summon though, you pick up your cards and you walk away. It's as easy as that. And the last thing I want to talk about here is Scrap Raptor Go Burr. Scraptor gives a new level of dimension to dinosaurs. It makes Orcust 3% more playable. It's not a lot, but players are hyped for Scrap Raptor because of what it brings to these decks. The level of going forward synergy that you can see with these new builds. And it's important to note that this is probably next to Diviner here, of course. Like, Scrap Raptor is one of the most insightful cards that we're expecting just for that hype for Orcust. So if you're an Orcust player and you're really looking forward to Scrap Raptor, that's good. I'm just going to cue in a little note here for Diviner. Yes, I know, I didn't forget Drytron players. I know you guys are coming. I know that Diviner of the Herald literally patches your deck. I didn't think I really needed to talk about this, but for the sake, new Drytron Link monster, or Exceed monster. Yes, I know, we're getting Diviner in the set. I know that fixes everything ritual related, but things to look forward to out of Lightning Overdrive. So, what do you guys think? Metagame shifts? Metagame shifts? Even if it's in the tier 2, tier, like, 1.5 category, they're definitely looking very, very interesting going forward. So what do you guys think? Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Smash your living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. And the story about how I got banned from Yu-Gi-Oh! later this afternoon. Have a good rest of your day, guys. Peace out. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCole40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCole40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcolegames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.